Have you ever exchanged your food for vagina?
No, but I done got some vagina behind my food for sure. Did I say, hey, here's some food, let me get a piece of pussy? Nah. But have I cooked some shit and they looked and been like, damn, and I got some pussy? Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, I tell you, the power of food. You know what I love about food? I wish I knew this when I was younger. But food is the number one thing that will always bring anybody together.
Everybody, bro.
It doesn't matter. So when you're in the hospital and you're sitting there, your son is there, what were the things that, if you felt like you're still going to live? Say if you're just in a space full of peace, bliss, yes, I might be on dialysis, but, you're also thinking about other things and other stuff going on. So what is it that, did you still have dreams? Did you still have aspirations?
Absolutely.
Where is it that you kind of saw yourself and like, do you feel like you still had something to offer to the world and not just give up?
Absolutely. So I am, I'm thankful to be gifted because I don't have to I never had to go to a job for the most part and just be like, I have to work here. I have to work here. I could always monetize my gift. So my dreams never like subsided. Like I always, no matter what I was going through, I always felt like, this is a part of my journey. I'm 6'7". At the time, when I first went on dialysis, I was probably like 315 pounds. I was a big guy at the time. And I felt like, there was other people in my family that died from kidney disease. My grandmother died from kidney disease. My uncle died from kidney disease. And other people in my family died from it. They were smaller in stature. Certain things that was going on with their bodies, their bodies weren't able to take, but mine was. And I felt like, okay, I didn't have high blood pressure growing up as a kid. It came to me as an adult. So maybe I was made this stature to break a generational curse. Maybe I'm special. Again, it goes down to, even though I speak about, the relationship with my mom being bad right now, I can also speak to the great of what she did for my confidence and what she did for my spirit to make me believe and make me know that I was here for something. And I believe that I'm here to break that for my family. I'm the one that's supposed to carry it because I can beat it.
Man, that's inspiring, bro.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
Yeah. I'm beating it now,
You are.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like this second phase in your life, I'm really enjoying seeing you in.
Yeah.
So like now that you've been able to get a handle in the dialysis, what were the next steps that you've taken in your life to feel like, I'm in a better space and this is where I'm at now? What are you doing now?
So
bro?
basically what happened was when going on dialysis, music and everything, it wasn't paying the bills the way I needed it to. And I started seeing different things with food and seeing people make money selling plates. And I'm eating their plates. They were coming to the studio selling plates. And I'm like, I could cook better than them. In my head, I'm like, I could cook better than them at the time. Wasn't true at the time. I could cook. So I'm like, man, I'm in all of these studios. I'm seeing, we smoke hella weed. We always hungry, buying food. I'm going to start selling food, like, making food at the house and bringing it up to the studios. And even if I sell 10 plates to 10 people for $10, that's $100 a day. That's better than no dollars a day and just making songs. And I started doing it, and it wasn't just $100 a day. Sometimes it was like $800 in a day. And it was like, whoa, this is like crack. I make $800 in 30 minutes.
But where did the gift of making food come from? What was that?
So, again, my mom's a great cook. I watched her. But what happened was when I was younger, I had a younger sister. Her name was Jaquay. My mom, again, she was a single mother, so she worked a lot, but she also liked to party. She liked to play. So we were at home by ourselves. I'm 8 years old. My sister's 5. So, I'm 8 years old hitting growth spurts, growing. My mom called me the bottomless pit. I always ate. You know, my mom was a heavier woman, so she kept food in the house. So what I would do was make food. Like we would call them mucks, where we just throw a bunch of stuff in the pot and try to make it work. And I would watch like this Cajun cook named Justin and, different people on TV. And just watch, my mom come home, watch how she seasoned things, because my mom didn't measure. She cooked from feel. And I would just watch how she was, cooking, how much she would pour, of certain things in the pot. And I just started copying and doing different things. And like, over the years, it evolved. And like just one day it clicked. I would say I was like 11 or 12. And it was just like I started making home fries, potatoes. And the home fries got so good. I'm like, oh, I know how to season stuff. It just clicked one day. And, the more you put into something, the better results come, especially if you're a person that studies and you're paying attention to what you're doing, trying to get yourself better. The more time I put into it, the better I got.
Man, that is amazing.
Yeah.
And I just love being, in the presence of you and how other people react to your food.
Man.
And how much they love it.
Yeah.
What artists, celebrities, people, that you've cooked for that really fuck with your shit?
So I've cooked for Cisco. He went crazy over my lamb chops. I cooked for Jay Holiday. He went crazy over my shrimp. I cooked for Lil Zane. He went crazy over everything I made. I cooked for Raz B and catered a video shoot of his. I cooked for Cassidy. I cooked for Mace. When I cooked for Mace, he was like skeptical. I started off like being he was a mentor of mine when I was songwriting. So when I came back around, like, yo, I'm chefing it up right now, like, taste this. And he's like, he talking like, yo, that's my dog, fuck with Mace. Yeah. But he's saying, yo, man, this better than Sylvia's. And he started laughing.
Have you ever exchanged your food for vagina?
No, but I done got some vagina behind my food for sure. Did I say, hey, here's some food, let me get a piece of pussy? Nah. But have I cooked some shit and they looked and been like, damn, and I got some pussy? Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, I tell you, the power of food. You know what I love about food? I wish I knew this when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But food is the number one thing that will always bring anybody together.
Everybody, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Let me tell you, so what I learned about food, right? Before, when I was walking around, before I was like, I'm a chef or, trying to take this journey as being a chef. When you walk in a room, there's a certain vibrato or like, a certain way, an air that we carry amongst ourselves, in urban environments where it's like, But when you're the chef, it's like, yo, I cook and everybody fucks with the cook. The dope boys, the killers, the nerds, everybody fucks with a cook. Somebody that makes good food because everybody got to eat. Mm-hmm. And they don't bother you. It's always love. So I've gotten the most love in my life cooking. You would think writing love songs, you would get the most love. Selling food has been the most love I've ever received, bro. And it's instant.
And that's amazing.
And again, I told you I needed love. I yearned for love. Growing up, I yearned for it. So getting it with this, the ultimate high.
So now in the space that you're in and like you've already cultivated your menu, that you have your main dishes and everything. What is next for you in this journey of
food truck, bro? The food truck will be down here. I mean, I guess by the time this comes out, the food truck will be here.
Hell yeah, let's get it, bro. Yeah.
So food truck is next. We get the food truck off the ground and probably do a few more. I got different ideas for different types of trucks. Want to do a restaurant, of course, after that, lounge, So those are the next things with food. I love the food. Like food, I'm going to blend food, music, and sports together like no one's ever done it before.
And how do you do that?
Me.
Okay.
I the
This is where you sell yourself, bro, right here. How is it that
absolutely.
you make food, music, entertainment, all of this together? How do you make it one?
So I was watching this interview with Michael Jackson. And he's talking about like, I can't give you the anatomy, or I couldn't give you exactly what it is. You just know, right? I just know that it's something that's inside of me to blend the three. I see how I want to do it. Um, if you came up in America, you grew up off of soul food. My ancestors fed the slave owners. They fed them collard greens, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken. They fed them soul food. So America's food is really soul food. I want to be able to get a Michelin star off of soul food. I want to put it, out in the forefront, because this is what we eat right now. Hip hop is the number one form of music, number one genre of music, $1 billion industry, right? At first, it was nothing. They didn't respect it. You couldn't win a Grammy. Soul food, I see that same thing for it, because in reality, soul food is the most tasty food to me.
So, what makes you different than any of these other soul food restaurants and places that we go here now? What makes your food so unique?
So my food is so unique because honestly, I talked about in the beginning where I grew up in a bunch of different places, right? So I got to see Black people with different influences. So like in Connecticut, it's a big Spanish culture. So the Black people there incorporated certain seasonings from Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, like sazon and like adobo and like um, uh, um, stuff like that, right? So I incorporated some of that into my food, because soul food is about feel. It's not. It's from your soul. Your soul is about feelings. It's not just uh, seasoned salt and stuff like that to make it soul food. It's literally cooking from your soul, right? So I would take certain ingredients from, what I learned in Connecticut, watching different people cook. And then Virginia, like the DMV area, they cooked a certain way. They use certain things. The friends that I have in Louisiana, they use certain things. The people I lived around in Georgia, they use certain things. When I was in Indiana, they use certain ingredients. And I just, from me being so many different places, me being inquisitive, and me being a person that literally knows how I study. I'm a book, bro. So me being able to study and understand, like, in order to be the best, you have to be able to receive. You have to be able to watch, study, receive, correct yourself, and evolve. And I would just take bits and pieces from here and there. And it made me be able to season my food unlike anybody. I don't taste, no one's food tastes like mine.
Is this something you want to pass down to your son?
Absolutely, I'm doing it already. Not for him to be a chef, but for him to be able to cook, for him to be able to take care of himself. If he chooses to, pursue food as a passion, cool.
So, do you feel like it's important for men to be the primary cookers in the homes?
No, I don't feel like anybody's
Or maybe,
jobs.
or you know what? How about this? Because I feel the same way. I don't care. I think I'm just trying to start something. uh, how about? Do you feel like it's an important skill for men to have in the home to be able to cook?
Listen, real talk, bro. Why in this life, right? In this life, you were born by yourself. You were born to your parents, but you were born as an individual, right? Why do you need to depend on another person to do anything for you? You should be 100% self-sufficient, and then that other person be self-sufficient 100%, and y'all add y'all 200s together. So some days you cook, some days she cooks. Some days you wash the dishes, some days she wash the dishes. Some days you wash the clothes and fold them, some days she does it. Y'all, you both complement each other.
Well, I'll say this, I feel like me as a man personally, it feels really good to be able to cook for my woman.
Yeah. It's sexy,
and then the feeling that she gets from
Absolutely.
it too. It's a beautiful feeling. And I don't think that I would ever be the one that's just like, she needs to do this and do this. If anything, I am always super appreciative. So much to the point, it's like, I want to do that for you too.
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, reciprocation, bro. And this, like what you said about how you feel. So when I'm cooking for a woman and I know, I know I have a gift with it, right? And you feed them and you see their reaction, and it's orgasmic when they bite into something or when you feed them something.
Even if it's bad.
Yeah.
They still might fuck with you because of the effort,
Because of
just
the
putting
effort,
it
yeah.
out there,
Yeah, for
And
sure.
sometimes I can't really tell. I feel like they be lying. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But the fact that they also show their happiness and appreciation,
Yeah.
it means a lot to me too. It
For
does,
sure.
for sure.
I haven't had a bad experience with my food yet. Now I'm not saying I'm the best in the world yet, but I know I have potential. I know I definitely have potential. I know I've definitely put my hours in. If I miss we all miss sometimes. We all have our off days, But for the most part, I'm definitely gonna be on more than I'm off.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's how I feel in the bedroom.
Oh, I'm never off there. If one's off, the other is on. Listen, what the dick don't do, the tongue will. What the tongue won't do, the dick will. It's gonna happen. We're gonna
Preach.
get you there.
Should I snap? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're preaching
No
to the
hand claps,
choir,
only
bro.
finger snaps.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking
Got
hilarious,
to,
bro.
got to.